Humans have always watched us since the dawn of time. They have always longed to fly like us, something they have tried to do many times throughout history. Despite having recently managed to do this with their machines and their devices, still they can't stop looking at us and marveling at our natural ability to fly. A lot of people spend some of their time watching us in different parts of the world. But it's not possible everywhere. At least, not as much as a lot of these people would like. There are certain locations and kinds of landscapes where it is much easier to find and watch us. Some of these places are near the Strait of Gibraltar. There are two incredible places for this activity on the Spanish shores of the strait. They are the Los Alcornocales and El Estrecho natural parks. The environmental quality and protection levels of these areas make them perfect places for us to prepare to cross the strait on our migrations between Europe and Africa. As part of the European Charter for Sustainable Tourism in Protected Areas, the tourism entrepreneurs and managers of these natural parks are trained in order to make the most of the opportunity from our presence there. This initiative aims to stimulate tourism in these natural parks, with financing from the Ministry of Tourism of the Regional Government of Andalusia and the Group for Rural Development. This training activity is called Club Irby, in honour of Leonard Howard Lloyd Irby, an officer of the 74th Highland Regiment, who was posted to Gibraltar and published the first ornithological guide of the area in 1895. Usually, the aim of training activities like these is to teach ornithology lovers certain facets of tourism. On this occasion, the aim of the training activity was to introduce a group of tourism entrepreneurs and managers from areas with huge potential, such as Los Alcornocales and El Estrecho, to birdwatching. The activities of this club started in May 2009. They learn how to use basic instruments such as binoculars to be able to watch us, and other optical instruments to be able to get as close to us as possible. The guides contain extensive information about what we look like, our habits and behavior, as well as other information that enables them to find us and identify us more easily. Meanwhile, the tourism entrepreneurs and managers must know the areas where we can be watched very well. It is important to identify which paths and equipment can be used to help watchers more easily. As well as watching us, there are a lot of other resources in these natural parks, such as whale and dolphin watching, or watching deer and other animals typical in each natural area. The knowledge and tourist potential of our landscapes is of essential importance. As well as enjoying watching us in their own area, they also do it in other protective natural areas, since it is important to be able to compare the resources and how these are managed in different places. Both in nearby places, which enable them to enrich or complete what they can offer tourists, and in other further away places with greater experience of operating birdwatching tourism. They can learn good tips from these and thereby enrich and improve the management of the resource that we represent for birdwatching tourism in the area. Similarly, by knowing about certain facilities dedicated to birdwatching activities or others related to nature tourism in general, local tourism entrepreneurs and managers can gain useful knowledge, encouraging them to create specific facilities for carrying out birdwatching, to adapt their accommodation for this purpose, and to include these activities in the selection of services they offer. Meanwhile, visiting and taking part in trade fairs and other events dedicated to marketing birdwatching tourism products has facilitated cooperation between the companies of Club IRBI in developing different tourism packages. This has been made easier by using a social networking site on the internet. All this has enabled them to take part in the second edition of the International Bird Fair, Strait of Gibraltar, and better able to offer their services. It is rewarding for the tourism entrepreneurs and managers to know that Europark, as part of the work to update the European Charter for Sustainable Tourism for the Natural Park of Los Alcornocales, has acknowledged the training activities being carried out together with Club IRBI in the field of birdwatching tourism. For us too, it is important to know that the future of birdwatching tourism in the area is being approached with clear sustainability criteria within the framework of the European Charter.
¿Has visto la cigüeña negra? ¿Has visto la cigüeña negra?